Okay. Oh no.
Talk shoes.
Recorded live.
Yeah, baby. That was awful. Record it live. Who is that guy?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
I like to think he's that guy that hosts the ABC Official Lost podcast.
I think either it's the same guy or they're brothers.
Yeah.
They're related somehow.
A long line of
Today on the Official Lost podcast, David and... Okay, that's horrible voice. I don't know what he sounds like, but he sounds awful.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird combination between like a hushed tone and a radio voice kind of thing. I don't know.
Well, I feel the need to do some sort of introduction to this, which seems appropriate, but also seems like anti-Mr. Podcast. Like, I don't remember what we did on the other two because they were so long ago. But,
I don't either.
But let's just say, hey guys, this is episode 3 of Mr. Podcast, the long-awaited episode 3, and with your favorite inane voices, Claude and Justin.
What's up?
And yeah, so we don't have anything specific to talk about as per the Mr. Podcast contract we all signed.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be, random topics. So, but anyway, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So I'll throw it to you, Justin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, how do you like that? Didn't see that one coming.
No. Oh boy. Well, I'm there's so much to talk about, and I'm gonna die now. So if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to die.
Nice. Well, now you know what I go through on the Lost Lowdown.
Hey.
I'll just sit back and not say anything for a while, and you just handle everything. Go.
No, but see, I could do like what you do on the Lost Lowdown. I could do that.
Oh yeah, it's that easy, huh?
I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying I would do it as well. But at least I'd have a program. I'd have something to go to. And I'm like, if you throw it to me, like I'm looking around where I'm sitting here, I'm looking for anything, lamp, I don't know.
Yeah, look at your books, Stephen King, look at your movies.
Yeah, I got monitor, keyboard, I don't know.
Hey, let's play. I got a quick game we can play.
Okay.
I want to play Guess What Movie Justin is looking at. So
what a weird game.
You go look at a movie in your movie collection. You just pick one in your head, and I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess what it is. and the folks at home can play too. See, that's why it's a game, because people at home can play.
But there's so many movies. I mean.
Well. Okay, you gotta, yeah, well, but see, I think I know your collection fairly well.
You do, but the people at home might have a problem.
Oh, well, it's not about them.
Oh, okay.
It's about me, as always.
All right, so let me go look at a movie. We'll see.
Yeah, and don't make it anything crazy. Make it something I would get, or else it won't be a fun game.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't know what's crazy. Okay, it's got to be something reasonable. I don't want to make it too easy, though. Okay, I got one.
Okay, The Shining.
No.
Hot or warm? Hot or cold?
Hot or warm.
And I don't know what that means in terms of guessing movies.
That's what I was going to say. In what sense? Is the box closed to it? I mean, kind of. But that doesn't mean anything because they're not in any order.
Yeah, how about in terms of what kind of movie it is?
I would say, no, this movie isn't too close to The Shining in terms of what kind of movie it is. Not
Pulp Fiction.
No. Nice
Reservoir
guess,
Dogs.
though.
Oh,
no.
What?
No.
Okay, you got to tell me hot or cold.
With those, God, this is hard. I guess they're, what are they? Hot or cold? I'm going to say cold.
Cold. Do you own any more movies than those three?
I believe so.
All right, then I can't think of anything. How about give me the first letter?
The first letter?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little problematic because I'm not sure what the first letter is.
Articles don't count.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
How did I know what you were thinking?
Now that's a little bit of a clue about the title.
Yeah.
So the first letter of The Shining would be S. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So the first letter of this movie would be C.
Oh. What's that movie with the C? I feel like I know what it is, and now I can't think of it. Is Jack Nicholson in it?
No.
Oh, okay, it's not that
What
movie.
movie are you thinking of?
I can't think of it.
With Jack Nicholson? Oh, Chinatown.
Chinatown, that's what I'm thinking of, but that's not the Chinatown.
Yeah, there's no R.
Or a Chinatown.
All right, Chinatown.
All right, give me the leading male star.
Oh boy. What is his name?
Articles don't count.
Let's see. What is that guy's name? This is a giveaway.
Okay, give me the.
Because this is like he isn't in any other movie that I have.
Is this a movie that I should get? Should I know what this is?
Yeah, you definitely know that I haven't liked this movie.
Okay, it starts with a C.
Yeah.
My mind's drawing a blank. This is a horrible game.
I knew it was going to be tough.
So
let me give you. What kind of clue can I?
Give me another movie that's like this movie.
Oh God.
If that's possible.
That's rough.
How about this? Tell me when it was made.
Okay, I believe.
Or like the approximately.
I believe it came out 1989.
Oh, The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, His Lover.
There you go.
Yeah, nice. 89 was a big clue because I specifically remember that movie came out in 89.
Yeah, and I don't think I like any other movie from 1989.
89 wasn't a great year for movies.
Not really, but that one is good.
That was but that was British.
Yeah, how do you? I couldn't really think of a movie like it, so that was really hard. What would be a movie like that?
Delicatessen, maybe?
Oh, okay. Haven't seen it.
Not that I've seen it, but I just feel like they're similar.
Maybe. I think there's cannibalism involved.
Something to do with cannibal and the food and then the mayhem and the weirdness.
Food, mayhem, weirdness, and yeah. Okay.
And don't forget the love.
And don't forget, yes, we can never forget the love.
All right, now we're going to play, well, guess what movie Claude is thinking of?
Oh, shit. Now I'm on the spot.
Yeah.
Claude doesn't have that many movies, does he?
Claude really doesn't have that many movies.
Dark City.
Close.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Oh. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to use that.
Don't worry.
Mulholland Drive. What else do you have? You have some weird random movies too, don't you? I remember you got that
really
big collection. Barton Fink.
Barton Fink, you got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
I was just gonna name every movie I could think of that you had.
That's really the best strategy for winning this game.
But yeah, I have probably, I don't know how many, 30 or so. So it's a little rougher. I feel like I can remember. If I worked hard enough, I could remember most of the movies you have.
Yeah. I really probably have like 20 at the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, you want me to tell you what they are? I'll tell you right now.
Hey, read them off.
Lady from Shanghai, classic. Maltese Falcon,
Never
Falling Down. What'd you say?
Never would have guessed that one.
The Shining, Waking Life, Spider-Man 2. I did not buy that. Somebody gave that to me. I don't remember why. Not that I don't like the movie, but it's just I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs, Hackers,
Reservoir Dogs.
Explorers, The Toy, the seminal classic. Barton Fink, Sex, Lies, and Videotape. A Very Long Engagement, which I still have not watched. Somebody gave that to me too. Devil in a Blue Dress. The Shipping News, which I stole from someone. I haven't watched it. I didn't steal it. I borrowed it and never get it back. Hammett. Blue Velvet.
Hammett?
Dark Passage. Hammett.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's this really weird. I don't remember where I got this. I bought it, but it's this weird fictional version of it's actually a Francis Ford Coppola production, and it's like Dashiell Hammett, the noir writer, but it's like he's in a noir. It's like he's he's sort of the character. The character is Dashiell Hammett. And then he sort of gets embroiled in this noir story.
I see.
Yeah.
Classic.
So because before Dashiell Hammett was a writer, he was a private detective, and so it's sort of tying into that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Then it's a pretty good movie. And then I have Mulholland Drive, of course, The Last Seduction, The Apartment, and Memento, and I think that's all I see right now.
Wow.
I don't have that many, and of course my lost DVDs, but in terms of movies, that's it.
A lot more than I thought you had.
Well, I bought that time I went to Circuit City or some random place, CompUSA, and bought 5 or 6 because they were really, really cheap. So I added to my collection. For a long time, the only DVD I had was Memento. I think that was the first DVD I actually bought. Bought it at Blockbuster for $25 because it was that special edition.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we watched that one night?
Yeah.
And got really, really, really scared.
It was really scary.
Because for those of you at home who I don't know if it's just on the special edition or not, but they have that really scary sort of psychological test interactive thing on the DVD, and it asks you all these weird, crazy, scary questions that if you're house sitting at night in the dark with open windows, as it were for us, it's not fun.
And it's light on the inside, so you can't see outside.
Yeah. I mean, the windows aren't open, but there's no cover on the windows.
Yeah.
And, there's light where we were and dark outside, and so we just felt like we were going to die.
Yeah, it was creepy. And the guy reading it was reading it in a creepy way. And...
Yeah, it asked you, really, really strange questions stuff along the lines of, do you hear voices or, just really weird sort of creepy stuff you don't want to think about.
Yeah.
When you're scared.
Yeah, that got really bad.
And then at the end, if you get through the test and you do it a certain way, it plays the movie for you backwards, so you can see it sort of in reverse order, sort of chronologically.
Yeah.
But it's not that great because it's not cut backwards. They just show you the scenes backwards.
Right.
So it wasn't that awesome, but that was kind of nice to see.
Yeah, it was. There was some repetition because the way they filmed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we actually made it through, but it was kind of interesting for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the movie the way it plays out is probably better.
Oh, I agree.
So, anyway, now that I look at my collection, I probably have more 45 or so.
Oh, yikes.
So, yeah, I did a count while you were talking. I was listening, though. And
yeah, because I know you're great at multitasking.
Yeah. Because it just got me curious. I'm like, man, I gotta have more. But you had a lot of obscure movies that I wasn't even aware that you had. So that's so your collection is considerably larger than I thought it was.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget La Bonne Année.
Yeah, of course.
Which is this great little. I don't know where I get these movies. I think I got this at my old job. Yeah, somebody had it in the free pile that we had every Friday, and some random French film that was pretty good that I think I tried to get you to watch and you never did.
Yeah, I still have it on my computer, actually.
Nice.
So someday, as soon as you watch it,
You know, I'll watch Ju-on as soon as you watch Le Bon Ami, okay?
You really? I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't believe you for some reason.
I will. Hey, you know, I should just mention that I did watch the first part of Ju-on, so you should at least watch the first part of Le Bon Ami.
Yeah, okay. I watched the first 5 minutes.
It doesn't count. I watched like the first 35 minutes of
Hmm.
Ju-on.
All right. Well, you win.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah, that's a really interesting collection of movies. Wow.
Eclectic, maybe.
Eclectic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm not a big DVD buyer because I think DVDs are overpriced and I'm not really big on rewatching. There's only so many movies I can watch, multiple times. Like I love movies, but I'm just not the kind of person that can just rewatch movies over and over and over and over. I mean, when I was a kid I could, but not these days. I'd probably I've probably seen like a movie like Barton Fink or Apocalypse Now or stuff like that. I've probably seen maybe like 6 or 7 times. That's probably the most I've seen movies of late.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, I could watch a movie like 100 times, obviously.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like The Toy and Explorers. Those are like my 2 favorite movies as a kid, and I definitely watched them at least 50 or 60 times, if not more.
Yeah, I definitely watched Ghostbusters at least 50 times.
Ghostbusters.
Loved that movie when I was a kid.
A lot of people did. I never really. I never got into. I didn't. I just felt like it was. I felt like Ghostbusters was kind of. I felt like I was missing something. I'm like, where's the first? I felt like there was like a movie I didn't see that was supposed to get me into it or something. Like I just felt like
the beginning.
Yeah, I just felt like they sort of drop you into the world and they don't really take a lot of time to explain it. So I felt like, what's going on? Where's the like intro movie?
There's an explanation. Like at the beginning of the movie, they're not the Ghostbusters yet. They.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're working various jobs. Like Bill Murray's this like psychiatrist guy, and he's doing these experiments, like parapsychologist, I guess. He's trying to get people to know what's on a card he's looking at by using shock therapy.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what he's doing, and then I think what's his name, Dan Aykroyd and the other guy, the guy in glasses.
Yeah, Stupendi.
Yeah, I can't.
He had a weird name.
He did. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I think they were like scientists at some like school, I think. And so they all had these jobs, and then basically a ghost attacks someone in a library, and
Spangler.
Yeah, Spangler, Egon, and then they sort of investigate it. I don't remember why, but eventually they figure out how to trap it, and then it leads them to deciding to form this business. So they're the origins in the movie.
Oh well, maybe I don't know. I don't remember that.
So, yeah, maybe you just missed that part, and you just walked in the middle, and you were like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I definitely watched them, and I was entertained. I guess the second one was probably what really threw me off.
Oh, the second one was crappy.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one isn't brilliant, but
I mean, the second one was the one with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, right?
No, that was the first.
Oh, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, was the first one with the gatekeeper and the keymaster?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was a weird one then.
Yeah. No, the second one was the one with the evil painting.
Oh, that was just shitty.
It was really
that was
shitty.
Bad. And like wasn't like a baby or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he like covers the museum in like a blob or something, and like, yeah, it's got it went from like interesting to cheesy very fast.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the first one was weird because it had all that stuff that never really made any sense, like Gozer and the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper and choose the form of your destructor and like whatever. It didn't, like, when you're a kid, you don't care. You're just, like, blown away by everything, and it all seems to make sense, I guess, and, by not making sense, I don't know, you just don't care, and so,
The other thing I don't remember getting is, like, like, when, I remember one of my disappointments, Was I think maybe I saw, and I don't know if I'm remembering this right, but maybe I saw the cartoon before I saw the movie.
Oh.
Maybe. Because I just remember watching the movie and expecting Slimer to have a bigger part.
Mm-hmm.
And I was disappointed when Slimer appears and he sort of, doesn't really do anything any sort of bad. I think you trap him, right? And then you don't see him ever again or something.
Yeah, no, he's a bad guy. He becomes a good guy in part 2.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He becomes like the benevolent, silly whatever.
That's what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the original ghost who starts everything in Ghostbusters. He's the one that attacks the woman in the library at the beginning of the movie.
Ah, okay.
So he's the original, the impetus for them to do everything. So yeah, no, but it's not. It's nothing. The original movie is really nothing like the cartoon.
Yeah.
They don't have that car with the gun on top. And
yeah, I was looking for it.
It's I enjoy the cartoon series as well, but I did see the movie first, so I didn't have those expectations.
Mhm.
So they do that sometimes, they kind of do weird shit in the cartoon version that isn't in the original.
Like the what was it, the Punky Brewster cartoon? Did you ever see that?
No, I did. Well, I think I did, but I barely remember it.
Yeah, I just remember. I think they added if I'm not mistaken, they added this pixie or fairy or something. Wow. Am I remembering the right thing? There was some fantastical character that would get them out of their situations or something.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. Yeah,
I remember the one episode they got shrunk down really small or something, and I think that's the right thing I'm remembering. Yeah, Punky Brewster.
Wow.
TV show was good though.
Oh yeah, of course.
I did enjoy the show. Oh, that was 1984. I was 3 years old when that came on.
Wow.
How did I watch that?
I don't know. Reruns, maybe.
I guess. There's no way I was watching Punky Brewster at 3. I mean, I was precocious, but give me a break.
Yeah, no one's that precocious.
Well, there's one kid who's that precocious.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Dr. Doogie Howser.
Oh, you win.
MD.
MD, please.
Mm-hmm. How come we don't have shows like that? Really ridiculous plots for, and that wasn't even a sitcom, right? Wasn't it an hour drama?
No, that was a drama. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have really ridiculous things like that these days.
We were supposed to take that seriously.
We were. You're just a genius kid. And the intro had, the newspaper clippings. That's how you believed it. Well, it's in the newspaper. It's got to be true.
Well, and you see him practicing medicine.
Hey,
it's hard not to believe it.
Gotta believe it.
But yeah, you're right. There aren't. Seems like there was more wacky shows in the old days.
Yeah.
Like Alf. And,
yeah, gotta love fucking Alf.
And,
yeah, you don't have shows like Alf.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, fairly recently, there was that, well, I guess it was probably almost 10 years ago now. What was that Married with Children ripoff show with the talking bunny?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember. The talking bunny was what's his
Bobcat?
name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That was on Fox, right?
Oh, of course it was on Fox.
Yeah. Who else?
Only Fox would show something like that.
You're right. They had Herman's Head and that was
Herman's Head was awesome. Man, I used to love that show. I was 8, but man, that was a good show.
Yeah, I liked it too. I don't know why, but I got into it.
Yeah, it was I don't know why either. Something about it. I mean, just that idea of having a guy and these 4 people in his head,
Yeah.
all part of him, and it's a total early '90s sitcom.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because the 4 personalities were just like sitting in this room, and they all pretty much had the same like stuff to say every episode. It seems like that would, wear itself out pretty quick. But
I think it did.
I guess it did.
Yeah, I think Yeah, it's weird because there's those people on that show like the lady who was like the sensitivity. Like every time I see her now, I've seen her over the years. I'm like, that's the lady from Herman's Head.
She still does stuff?
Oh, she still does stuff.
Has she been in anything else I've seen? Do you know? Or do you have to look it up?
Seen TV?
Well, not a lot, but
okay, that was supposed to be a joke. She plays the character on Deep Space Nine that you'll get to eventually.
Oh, okay.
If you decide to watch Deep Space Nine.
Okay, I'll have to look for that. Cause I remember her fairly vividly.
Let's see. I'm looking up her filmography here. What else could you have seen? Oh, Dream On. Wow, that was a show. Did you ever watch Dream On?
I don't think so, but I remember it, sort of.
Yeah, I think it was like an HBO show, and I remember just loving that for some reason. I probably didn't get any of the jokes.
Oh, it was an HBO show?
Yeah, I think it was on HBO.
Oh, well, I don't know how I would have seen it. Maybe I just knew it was on. I don't know.
You have some precognitive sense. There's a show. It is called Dream On, and dream on I shall.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, Molly Hagan, she was the woman. What else could she? She's in Ringmaster, if you saw that.
Mm-mm.
She was in a couple episodes of Becker.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think you would have seen her anything else.
Okay.
But anyway, Herman's Head, good show. I wonder if it's on DVD. Doesn't look like it is. It will be one day, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually, everything comes on DVD. Claude McGyver 2007.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if enough people remember it and they care, why not? Just put it on DVD.
That's what's cool about DVD is they just throw anything out there. I was at the store a while ago and I saw the DVD section and like random old sitcoms and shows that like nobody ever cared about.
Yeah.
They're just there and I'm like, hey, I should buy that because I didn't want to look at it then, but maybe I do now.
Mhm. Maybe you do. Wow.
Oh, I was gonna say another crazy Fox show was the something show. Can't think of it. Gary Shandling show.
Oh. When was that?
You remember? When was that?
Was that before or after the Larry Sanders Show?
Oh, that was before the Larry Sanders Show. Way before.
Oh, okay.
Has to be. Because Gary Shandling Show was early 90s.
When was the Larry Sanders Show?
Like late 90s?
Oh.
Oh. Let's see. Gary Shandling Show was 86 to 90. And Larry Sanders was 92 to 98.
Oh, okay.
So he had a little break, and then he went and did that.
I see.
I didn't watch any of the Larry Sanders Show.
I mean,
I think I saw like 5 minutes of it, and then I just, Gary Shandling Show was brilliant. He had some really great stuff on there.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Apparently it started out on Showtime and then got relocated to Fox.
Oh, wow. Showtime back then? Wow.
Yeah, Showtime's been around.
Well, I knew they were there. I just didn't think they had original programming that long ago.
Showtime has been the home for groundbreaking original comedies.
Okay.
Since 1972, my friend. Please. Read your Showtime prospectus.
I didn't know. I feel like we should mention in the interest of SEC regulations that you've recently been promoted to the position of VP and publicist for Showtime Inc. So
Yeah, it's I'm proud and honored. This is something that I've worked for a long time, and I'm just I'm happy to be at a place where creative outlooks and understanding is appreciated, and and frankly, I think I'm done.
Okay. I'm like, wow. I guess you really have wanted this because that was quite a speech.
I was about to give my prepared speech, but I didn't prepare one. So
it seems like you had one ready to go for some situation like that.
Waiting for someone to mention my new job, and I could just rant on that,
Just in case. I don't know. I didn't want there to be a conflict of interest. I didn't want anybody going out there and buying, shares of Showtime based on your,
Yeah. Well, they should do that, though.
You're right.
I don't want them to either, but they should.
Right. There's a big difference.
There's a huge difference. Speaking of difference, different strokes.
Oh. And it's different.
Yeah, it's different because we're being hip.
Wow. Hip stuff, man.
Gotta love classic shows, man. They're so different.
Yeah.
Just so random and crazy. And what you talking about, Willis? Like, how is that a thing?
I don't know.
How did that become a thing?
I guess he said it once, and everybody was like, "Wow."
Yeah,
that was
great.
great.
I guess you gotta hand it to Gary Coleman for the delivery of a century.
Mhm. It happens sometimes. Those catchphrases. Just take off for some reason. People are just like, "Man, I love that. He really wants to know what he's talking about."
Not only does he want to know what he's talking about, but he's a little skeptical about what the topic might be.
Mhm.
He doesn't know if he really wants him to reiterate.
Right.
But he'll ask anyway.
Yes. So much subtext.
So much something, and I think that's why it exists in the minds of our collective consciousness today.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the subtext.
It is, yeah. Amazing.
Art at its best.
Yes. Is there a difference between art and comedy? I don't think so.
Not when it comes in different strokes.
Mm-hmm.
Art and comedy combine to glorious perfection. That's all we have today for Mr. Podcast. Let's talk about the really interesting stuff, Justin. Go.
Okay. So, you know what I think?
Oh, really?
I
got something to say.
All right.
Let's move on to our political portion of the podcast.
Oh boy, we've never done that before.
Yeah. I was trying to make it seem like we always do that, and you just burst that bubble.
Oh, sorry. Pop.
Yeah. Boop. Because we never do it. But so I was reading. I have my blog. Every morning I get up, I have a routine. I roll out of bed, literally, and hop on my computer. I check my emails, and then and then I'll go over to the lostlowdown.blogspot.com, a little website you guys may have heard of.
What?
What do you do there? Well, I'll tell you what we do there. No. So anyway, I have a little routine, and then I go and I have these blogs that I check, news related blogs, because it's I could go to CNN.com, but I'm just gonna get the same stuff I could get at Gawker, right?
Yeah. Truth and fair reporting and
exactly
integrity
and celebrity spying.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So anyway, one of the websites I went to talked about the fact that the White House has just released that they recently lost 5 million emails. Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I have to tell the Mr. Podcast audience that when it comes to news and world events, I am extremely ill-informed. Not just ill-informed, but like not informed because
Not informed at all. Yeah, ill-informed would mean you're like misinformed.
If I am informed, it's bad information, but usually I'm just not informed at all. So
informed it up. All right.
So yeah. Anyway, so this is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah. Well, I think it's fairly interesting. I mean, obviously at this point, there's not much the Bush administration could do to really, tarnish their record. I mean, it really isn't. Not to be mean, but they're bad people. No. Apparently, from what I was reading, apparently the sort of issue is that, per federal regulations and like law, the White House and its staff have to conduct official business on official White House email accounts and like official White House BlackBerries, so that in the event, any one of these people breaks the law, these devices and the email accounts can be subpoenaed and for court.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, what the administration has been doing to some extent is using Republican National Committee email accounts and BlackBerries, so that some of this information isn't, obviously subpoenaable or whatever the word might be.
Mm-hmm.
And but anyway, not only that, but apparently, 5 million emails were lost. And of course, you don't really lose 5 million emails by accident. There's no like, oops, I pressed the delete 5 million email button.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it said, do you really want to delete 5 million emails, I accidentally said yes.
Right.
But obviously, I mean, if something like that happens, you're trying to cover up something. You're trying to get rid of some evidence. And I don't know why. I mean, 5 million emails is a lot of emails. And the article didn't really say like, what the emails were concerning, obviously, or like who they were from, or how far back it goes, or anything like that. But I just thought that was a little interesting thing because I've never heard of 5 million emails being deleted or lost.
Lost, please.
Yeah.
These are internal White House emails?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't look good. But I mean, these aren't emails that they're like releasing to the public in general, right? I mean, what does them losing it mean? Like, would we really have known what would have been in them anyway? I mean, I don't understand.
I think this basically means that if, say, for instance, tomorrow or something, somebody breaks the law or something, and then there's some sort of court case or whatever, and they need to get some evidence. Of these 5 million emails could be some evidence to whatever is going on.
Oh, okay.
And now that they're gone, there's no evidence.
I see. So just some potential future need for them that's lost. Not like we would have had them right now and really something would have happened right now.
Yeah, I don't think anyone like needed them right now.
Okay. I think that's pretty common in a lot of like companies and stuff. Everybody uses the email addresses and they kind of look at them and pay attention to what people are doing and I guess in the past you didn't really even have email, so it wasn't such an issue. I guess it's made certain kinds of communication really easy. So I don't know. That is a lot of emails, though.
Yeah, apparently this article does say the emails were generated between March 2003 and October 2005.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty suspicious. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine just whoops. And where are they kept? Like on a server somewhere? And
I guess, or a couple servers or something. I don't really know how it works.
And we're supposed to believe they just...
I just bring you the news. I don't have any answers.
I expect you to not only know what happened, but to be able to...
Yeah, I'm news boy, not answer boy.
Okay.
Or question boy.
Or question boy, right. Okay, well, that's interesting. I hadn't heard about that, obviously. Don't know what to
Would it be
think about
funny if
that.
I just made that up and that wasn't true?
Funny?
It's funny, the word. No, I'm not. I didn't make that up.
But Bush, he didn't have too long to go, really. It's
Yeah.
just a year and a few months, I guess. So
Whew. What could he do in a year and a few months?
So I don't know. I guess I don't see anything happening that hasn't happened already. But,
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows what that's all about? That's weird. They're old stuff too. So very strange, very suspicious. Very
Yeah, I wonder, was there anything interesting going on between March 2003 and 2005? There wasn't any like wars going on, right?
Isn't
I don't think so. I don't remember hearing about anything.
No?
No, I don't remember hearing
I
about
don't
anything.
either, actually. As far as I know, everything was good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember that time, but I don't think there was anything too crazy going on.
Mhm. Yeah, certainly not something that might have happened in April 2003.
No, I don't remember anything happening in April 2003.
Pretty sure. Yeah, there's no
I
way
think-
that happened.
I think I bought a new pair of tennis shoes in April 2003.
Oh, really? I'm surprised you remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah. Well, I bought them in Iraq.
Oh.
So,
Oops.
yeah, it was sort of memorable because the American Army was attacking us.
I see.
I was at the local Starbucks trying on my new shoes, and
Wow.
no, okay.
That's wow. That's a weird story.
It is a weird story. It's all true.
But you know, it's not a weird story.
What?
The next topic.
Go.
Should I try to find us a topic? Should I contribute something? Should I make
I got a
myself
topic.
worthwhile?
Since we're talking politics, which is probably pretty boring.
Okay.
But who's looking like the front runner for you, Barack or Hillary, or anyone else?
Or anyone else? I don't know. I guess between the two of them, I probably like Barack more. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, Hillary. She's got one or two stances that kind of annoy me. But you know.
Like women's suffrage.
Yeah, you know. Oh, women's suffrage. Yes, we need to overturn that immediately.
Oh, she's against women's suffrage?
It's gone too far.
That's gone too far. Women are voting left and right. They should only vote on women-related issues.
I'll take her over whoever else is running against her, but yeah, I think I'm not like, I guess I'm never super crazy about anybody, but as far as like my political views, I think Obama's closer. So
I'll buy that.
that's why I go with him. But whatever. If Hillary wins, I won't cry, you know.
You won't?
Yeah, no, I won't. I think it'll be interesting to see. I'm curious about who the Republican candidate's going to be, because I think that's going to be important
Yeah.
to the outcome.
Well,
God.
you know, most people. Huh?
I'm feeling like, you know, Bill O'Reilly or something. Can't believe I'm
Well,
talking
Bill,
about this stuff.
you know, most pundits say that. Oh man, I don't think I've ever said that word in my entire life. I really don't think I have.
Me either. It's
Wow.
a weird word, pundit.
Wow. Wow, I've never said that word.
No?
It's rare you come across a word you've like never said.
It is.
Especially as old as I am,
Ooh.
which is 21. Anyone
How
who
old
tells you
are
any
you?
different is lying. You know, I was just going to reiterate what I've heard a lot of people who should know what they're talking about say is that it really doesn't matter who the Republican candidate is. That whoever runs, whoever gets the Democratic nomination is going to win.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot of people say.
I'd like to believe that, but I'm paranoid, I guess.
Well,
I'm worried
just,
it could be close.
With everything that's happened with the Bush administration, I think people who who wouldn't have ordinarily voted for Bush but decided to, versus Kerry or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they learned their lesson. Shame on you people. And I think I think people have seen. I think there's more people who. What am I trying to say here, Bill? What my point is.
Get to the point. This is a no-spin zone. Bitch.
Oh, Bill, you're such a riot. I don't know what my point is. My point is that I think people
none of you
are
liberals
afraid.
know your point.
You liberals, you never have any points. I think people will be really hesitant to vote for another Republican president after Bush, after his 2 terms of terror. Like that.
TTT.
Yeah, a little alliteration for you fans at home.
Very nice, very nice. I agree. If Bush ran again, I don't think he'd win. But I feel like a moderate Republican could step in there and be a problem. Someone come in there and I'm not going to do what Bush did. I think they could sway. I mean, I certainly think there's a lot of places who are going to vote Republican no matter what, and I think you could swing some people, if you come in saying, you're not going to do what Bush did.
Yeah, but I think the damage that's been done by Bush is gonna really weigh heavily on a lot of those fence sitters.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, ooh, no, I don't want that again, and I mean, fucking war, dude.
Yeah.
And no word on the whole reason that we started the war, i.e. Terrorist attacks from Afghanistan, Bin Laden, and no word on him. No one ever says boo about Bin Laden these days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he cowboyed up and went and grabbed the outlaw. Like he didn't do that. He did something else.
No.
So it's not. That's the thing. It's like it'd be different if this war was, obviously, founded on the truth and this idea of really ending terrorism or making it smaller or whatever. But none of the things that they set out to do have been done as of yet.
Mhm.
So it's basically a failure, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think for most Americans, they realized that. Obviously, his approval rating was the all-time, was 30-something%, or
yeah.
I think it may have gotten down to the high 20s or something.
Yeah.
And which is ridiculous.
Pretty bad. But I don't know. I guess I'm inherently pessimistic or something, but I still worry that it's not any kind of guarantee. But hopefully, I don't know, and there's a long time between now and when it actually happens. So I don't know. But I'd like to remind everybody that I'm talking out of my ass because I don't know anything about all this stuff. So
Yeah. Enough about politics. Let's talk about strip clubs.
Pure speculation. All right, man. Strip clubs.
Woo!
I've never been to a strip club ever.
Yeah, me either.
My only knowledge of strip clubs comes from movies and television.
So they're accurate.
So yeah. I know people who have been to them. I've seen them, but
I can spell them.
And I've had people say, "Oh, you gotta go," but I've never actually gone. So yeah, so I'm not. No, I can't say much about them, I guess.
All right. Well.
Razzle dazzle. Sorry.
Razzle dazzle. Nice. Good one.
Made me think of a yeah. Anyway. Yeah, politics, man. I don't know why they're so boring. I'd like to make them upbeat and enlightening, but somehow they're just I don't know what's the word. They're just I don't know what the word is. They're just cumbersome, I think. So.
Yeah. I'll buy that.
One of those things. Everybody's got strong opinions, and and they just get on and say some shit and whatever. I don't. Where do you stand on all this? I'm the one giving my opinions. What?
Oh, didn't I say something? I think I already
No.
said. I think I did.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, I mean you don't have to. I just.
No. I haven't. Obviously, I'm going to vote for whoever gets the Democratic nomination. I do believe in these. What do they call it? What's the word for like the other parties? The
third parties?
Yeah, third parties. There we go. I love what third parties stand for, but the reality is, it's a catch-22. Unless people vote for the third party candidates, they won't win. And nobody votes for them because they don't win. So I'm not. I would love to put my vote in the hands of those people, but that's the thing, and I was going to bring that up too. I think a lot of people, especially with the first Bush election, when everybody voted for Nader, and they were like, man, you guys would have voted for old dude Gore. We wouldn't have Bush.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it to a smaller extent that last election too. And it's like, man, Nader, you should just stop running because you're fouling it up.
It was a lot less last election. But,
yeah, it was a lot less. They learned their lesson, but anyway, my point is, I'm not Republican, and so I won't vote Republican, and I'll be voting Democrat. So whoever gets to elect, the nomination, obviously I'll vote for. Now between like Barack and Hillary, I'm sort of in the middle. I guess I lean towards more Barack, but yeah, I think either one would be interesting. I think it'd be an interesting 4 years for either one. So
yeah, I agree. I'd be interested to see what would happen. I mean, I think in the end, I'm just hoping for bad stuff not to happen, as opposed to anything good to actually happen.
Yeah.
I hate to even say this, but I think I don't really consider myself a Democrat. My political views are a bit weird, and I don't think there's ever been a candidate who really has them. They go from like extremely liberal to sort of libertarian in certain areas, and I don't know. There's certain issues that I don't know that I no one would run on my platform. It's no one.
What issues are these?
It wouldn't work. What do you mean?
What issues or what are you talking about? What crazy wild issues do you have?
Well,
I want everyone to fly to work on a paper airplane.
Well, one of the things is I believe in complete drug legalization.
Mhm. Yeah, no one would ever run for that.
No one's going for that. That's sort of a libertarian kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I also like certain things bother me, like when they make cigarette companies pay for anti-smoking ads on TV, and they don't allow cigarette commercial on TV. Like that stuff irritates me.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
You just don't want them to do that at all, or you think cigarette companies should be able to advertise on TV?
I think cigarette companies should be able to advertise on TV. Absolutely.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense to me that they're not allowed to. I don't get it. You can do alcohol, you can do cigarettes. People drinking and driving, that's a huge problem. Cigarettes don't kill you like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think if cigarettes are legal, I think they should be able to advertise them.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they make them do it later or something, have some kind of rules. You know, they don't do it during kids programs or something. But
they don't have the Flintstones light up as Lucky, yeah, as they used to back
as they
in the day.
used to, yeah. Hey, buddy, Winston.
I mean, I agree on principle. You know, I mean, obviously, I'm not like a smoker or anything, and yeah, I think in terms of the fairness of it, and you know, just like on principle, yeah, I agree. They're a company like anything else. You know, you should have personal responsibility of your own actions, and you know, and I don't. Well, what was my other point? I don't remember what my other point was. You can keep talking.
I have this tension between sort of liking smaller government, but being kind of liberal on most social issues and stuff, which kind of pushes you to larger government.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard for me to get a balance between those things. But in general, I don't like the government getting involved in like personal issues, people's like what people do, you know, with their lives.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say there is a discernible way, you know, anti-smoking wave. Obviously, I mean, you know, there's plenty of states where you can't smoke indoors, and there's this sort of moral agenda on smoking, which I think has gone largely unchecked. I mean, because it's something that's sort of obviously medically bad for you. No one is really standing up and saying, "I want my right to smoke."
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's like, I want my right to kill myself. You know, and it's
right.
weird. But yeah, it's a weird. I think it's a weird situation.
Yeah, and stuff like that bothers me too, and the whole thing with trans fats is the same kind of thing to me.
Trans fats?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There's this whole, in New York City at least, there's this whole like trans fat ban thing.
Like in foods?
Yeah.
What does that boil down to? Like places can't serve food with trans fat?
Yeah.
And why are you against that?
Because it bothers me. I think people should be allowed to eat it if they want to, even if it's bad for them. I guess that's the main principle. Like, I also think it should be legal to kill yourself. Suicide. I don't think the government should not allow you to hurt yourself. Like that bothers me. I don't know. There's something really irritating about them, like protecting you from yourself. You know, I feel like if you know what you're getting into, I mean, maybe you need to make them say that they're in there or whatever, make people aware of the risks. But if someone wants to hurt themselves, I just find it really irritating that they're going to step in and say you can't do that.
I agree with the sort of the trans fat thing, only because, you know, it's something that it's not. It's basically like a restaurant should be able to serve like an arsenic laced, you know, food if they want to. I mean, I don't think a state should allow that. Like if someone wants to buy this arsenic soup, and like the state should allow them to do that. I mean, obviously trans fat isn't that, you know, ridiculous, but I think there is a certain limit to what, you know, what people want versus what's healthy for them, and what's you know, and trans fat's weird. I haven't heard about that thing in New York that's, you know, that's banned or whatever, but I don't know, it's one of those things that's like, well, it's not going to really change anything, right? It doesn't really change how the food tastes. It doesn't really, I mean, what's the drawback of banning it?
It's just on principle.
Oh, just on principle.
I just find practically, you know, who cares? But just the idea that they can do that. And I think if someone like wanted to buy arsenic soup, I mean that's like going on with suicide. Like I think you should be able to do that if you want to. You know, the government shouldn't be able to tell you it's illegal for you. Like, no, I don't know. I don't think any restaurant would sell arsenic soup, but you know, if one were to exist, sure, why not? I don't know. That's, and I guess that goes along with my drug legalization stuff. I think that's where all my libertarian stuff comes in. I just think you should be able to hurt yourself all you want.
What a very strange stance that is. all you want, hurt yourself as much as you want. Justin for president, 2082.
I mean, yeah, there's hurting other people is a problem, but hurting yourself, I think, should be allowed. So I don't know. I guess, I guess that is a weird platform, and no one's gonna run on it, because it just doesn't really sound very good. But yeah, and that's one of those things. Like Democrats are totally into the smoking bans and stuff, and they think that stuff's great. So
yeah, I think it's great too, but
I don't. It really bothers me. It just makes me angry.
I think the trans fat thing is a weird issue, but the smoking thing, I mean, if there was a way to smoke and not affect other people, okay, I'm all for it. Designated smoking areas, I think, are sometimes a viable compromise, but like a lot of times, in a restaurant or anything like that, like those places aren't really set up. Oh, this is the smoking section. Well, yeah, you know what? That's 2 feet away from the non-smoking section. That doesn't help the non-smokers.
Yeah.
To not get secondhand smoke. And obviously that's my big thing against smoking is the secondhand smoke part of it, and not only the health effects of that, but just like the discomfort of that,
Right.
Because I've been in plenty of places where I'm having a great time and someone lights up a Lucky, and I'm just like, thanks, I gotta you're imposing your.
You're a fine American, sir.
You are a fine American, sir. Please join the war. World War II is approaching. Women are going to the factory. But that's my thing about smoking is that it really does affect other people around you. If there was some way to not have the smoke, I don't know. Obviously, there's no real way to do that, but I would be like, okay, yeah, sure, you smoke, fine. You can be next to me and smoke as long as I don't have to smell it.
Right. Right. Well, yeah, I mean, my basic feeling about that is I think individual restaurants, if they wanted to, should be allowed to ban smoking, in the interest of, business and stuff. Like, no, I have no problem with that. It's the government stepping in and saying, you're not allowed to have smokers, even if you want to. And to me, it's your choice. If you don't want to sit by a smoker, you don't have to go to that place. No one's forcing you to go sit next to smokers, and so I think if you that's the way I look at it. Like, it's the individual business's choice whether to allow smoking or not. It's the individual customer's choice whether to go to a place that has smoking, or not. And so I guess that's pretty much what I think about that. Even though I don't smoke and I don't like being around smoke, so I understand all that. And in some ways it's nice, sure. But I guess it's really the principle that bothers me.
Mhm.
I don't actually want to be able to do it.
I mean, smokers are definitely relegated to the fringes of society, these days. I mean, I think if the government and, with all this legislation really attacked pretty much any other group of people, there would be some sort of outcry against that. But since it's so abhorrent and, medically, bad for you, that's why there's, they can do it. It's going to pass. It's like we're better off not having smokers. People are going to be healthier. People are going to live longer. People are going to whatever. It's sort of better for everyone if people didn't smoke. But of course that sort of infringes on your personal rights. Yeah,
exactly. And it's one of those things it's hard to defend. It's hard to come out and in favor of that. It's kind of like pornography too. It's one of those things. It's just hard to say, yeah, man, this is great. You just you end up really having to double talk to really defend it.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why it just hasn't been stopped at all. But I guess the worry would be that somehow at some point it would get worse, and it would extend to banning other things that you can't do, to yourself at some point. So I guess if it got to a certain point, people might be angry about it. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's too far already. But whatever. I can't do anything about it. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And really, the reality is a lot of places allow it, even though they're not supposed to.
Yeah, they do.
I've been in a lot of places that just let it go on anyway because they'd rather let people smoke than, enforce it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's I don't know. It's silly to me, but whatever. That's the way it goes. Anyway, we can go on to a less serious topic.
A less riveting, interesting topic? I don't think one exists.
It is just, yeah, I don't know. It's something that irks me. But anyway,
I think if people want to smoke, they should move to their own state. That's just my own personal view. Go to your own smoker state, and you guys can stink up your clothes all you want.
The smoker state. What's the smoker state going to be?
Utah.
Okay.
Home of persecuted refugees since the 1750s.
Wow. That's their motto.
That's pretty early. Maybe I meant 1800s.
Yeah, I guess 1800s. Yeah.
And then the Mormons would be mad.
Yeah.
Do Mormons get mad? I don't know.
Do they have feelings?
Angry. I don't think. Oh, Mormon, not Android. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got my words confused.
Yeah, no, they get mad.
You know some mad Mormons?
Oh yeah.
Oh yikes.
Oh, I've met some mad Mormons.
I don't want to see a mad Mormon.
No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
It's one of those things. They don't get mad often, but when they do,
they do,
they'll fuck your shit up.
Yeah, they'll fuck your shit up. Mormon style. You don't want to mess with me. I'm a Mormon.
Yeah, I actually heard about. I was reading. This is going to sound like I'm making it up, but bear with me. I was reading about this church in.
You're making it up.
I was reading about this church in Arizona, and it was a Mormon church. And apparently there were these protesters, or I don't know what you call them outside. They were Baptists, I think, and they were sort of protesting the fact that Mormonism isn't true. I guess, like, you guys are evil and this is wrong and this is a blight to God or something. A little inter-Christian conflict. And apparently they have this leader guy. I forgot what his name is. I really wish I had the article so I could.
I really wish you would have prepared for this podcast. You know,
should I try to look it up?
This is the single biggest reason that. Okay, no, I'm kidding. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what his name is. Just finish your story.
Okay, so anyway, there was this guy. The leader of the Baptist group, and apparently he's been doing this for years. Not like every day, but I think it was some specific day. I think it was Easter.
Oh, great. So it was topical.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently one of the old Mormon ladies went over, and she was in one of those little electric cart things.
Oh God. I can't wait for this.
And she went over to give him a piece of his mind, piece of her mind. Excuse me. And she actually ended up hitting him with her cart and injuring him. He had to be taken to the hospital.
And he's suing, I'm sure.
And yeah, of course. His calves were injured, I think, because she was rolling towards him and he wouldn't move, and so she just
she's like, "Get out of my way!"
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm in a rascal. This thing goes 2 miles an hour. You better watch out.
And I think she was like 70 or something. And,
of course.
Yeah, and she was like, "I just couldn't take it anymore." And
old people, man. Old people, they don't take a lot of guff.
No, they really don't.
Yeah, no.
Really
especially mocking their religion.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting that they would go around and basically protesting other. I think to a certain degree, can't they just be happy that they're Christians?
It's not good enough.
It's just not good enough,
They're
right?
not the right kind of Christian.
They're not the right kind. Yeah, that the whole religion thing is so crazy. Like, I mean, not believing in it or anything, but just all the intricacies of the different denominations and the different people and the different this and I believe that
Mm-hmm.
and it's like God, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
I was researching this this story I'm thinking about writing at some point in the next 20 years, which sort of has this demonic satanic cult thing going on. And so I was researching some stuff on like the satanic church and stuff like that, and reading where they're coming from, because obviously they don't think they're bad.
No.
And it was just interesting to sort of get their perspective on what they believe in, and Lucifer being the sort of hero of their version of the story versus the bad guy. And that's the thing. Life is all about perspective, and
Yeah.
I don't really have a point except to say that it's interesting how some religions are looked upon as being good or okay, and then like others are just sort of bad just by our own sort of inbred, morality and stuff.
Mhm. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cool. Well, let's move on.
That was supposed to be an example of a Mormon getting angry.
Oh, was it? Oh, I forgot. Okay,
Yeah.
that was the point.
Just wanted to remind everyone. That was the point
Yes.
of this little
Oh, okay.
story.
There's not many. Wow. Yeah. I'm surprised you had a Mormon getting angry story.
Yeah, I really, I just read about it. It was on Easter, I think. So.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know why I read that. I really don't read stuff like that normally, but somehow I ran across it.
Was that MormonAnger.com?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's I mean, the Mormons they have this new component to their religion that makes I guess certain people view them with suspicion.
Yeah.
Because some of their stuff really isn't that old, and I think religions that aren't that old kind of get a bad rap. They gotta be around for a few thousand years before they get that credibility.
Yeah.
I guess you
hang in there, Scientology. You'll be valid one day.
Yeah, in like 1,000 years, I can see, if it lasts that long, I can see people looking at it differently than they do now. Because you can sort of think I think most people think man, back then, why didn't, maybe crazy supernatural stuff did happen, It seems like a crazy time, and you can sort of imagine,
Yeah, I mean, hobbits and like dragons.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
I mean, come on. God, I mean, come on, it's all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Titans and, fairies and ants.
But I think no one can really grasp the idea of something happening right now, because everybody goes through their life, and most people there's those occasional oh look, there's Mary's face in a burger or whatever, but but I think most people don't really believe in supernatural stuff happening right now.
Well, people have lost the magic in their hearts, and I really think that's where the problem. No. It's obviously, history's sort of cyclical. Obviously there are people who didn't believe Jesus was, whatever, and there were, every religion, when it gets started, I'm making a grand generalization because I am not a theologist, but I'll stake my life on. Yeah. I know it's on my business card, but yada, yada, yada.
TM.
TM, yeah. Patent pending. Trademark already went through.
Oh, okay.
The patent's coming soon.
Right.
But I think the same whatever people are putting against like Mormonism for their new shit and Scientology and all that stuff. I mean, that same a lot of that same stuff was going on about any sort of religion back when its founder was touting it as the way to be.
Yeah.
So what I think, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking, about the Bible, I was trying to, I think I was coming up with some joke about the Bible or something, and, somebody says something like, that's what my joke was, this lady was talking about, the fact she went to Sunday school as a child. This isn't going to be funny, but I'm just telling you.
Okay.
And she's talking about how, she sort of mentions that she went to Sunday school as a child, and that's where her morality comes from, whatever. And then she finds out that one of her friends, did something to her just to be spiteful and vindictive, and she's like, oh, man, I'm getting revenge. And then her other friend was like, revenge, is that what they taught you in Sunday school? And then she goes, we only covered the first part of the Bible, the Old Testament.
Wow.
So,
nice.
but so I think that joke will work in the right context. It'll be.
I agree.
Not when someone's explaining it. But,
I agree.
I think I'm going to use that for one of my 30 Rock episodes. I'm going to write one.
Yeah, wow. Because I think, most people acknowledge the Old Testament is pretty rough.
But I was just thinking, if, and I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just thinking on a purely logical level here, but because obviously I think when it comes to religion and any idea of God's word, that you can't really try to put a human mind frame to it. But I was going to say that I was just thinking, if God really did, sort of inspire the Bible, you think it would be more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You think it would be more of the same, sort of one big general message or several general messages throughout the whole thing, not something full of contradictions and full of, contradictions, basically.
Right.
You think it would be more elegantly displayed.
Inconsistencies.
Yeah. What did I say? What did you say?
I said inconsistencies.
What did I say?
Contradictions.
Oh, there you go. I thought I said in contradictions or something. I thought you were correcting me, and I'm like, what
no, I was just adding another thing.
Yeah. Did I make up a word? But anyway, let's not talk about religion. But
I know it's bad news, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you learn over time that religious beliefs are probably the beliefs that people have that they are most easily offended by.
Oh yeah.
Or they arouse their offense most easily by questioning them. So
yeah.
It's best to stay away from them because unless you really just want to cause conflict, because it's really easy to. So I agree.
And of course, there could be viable explanations. I definitely think the world of the Old Testament was, as presented in the Bible, was sort of radically different. I mean, there seemed to be causes for some of the things that that happened and that God was doing, and there was reasons behind it. So of course, the inconsistencies and contradictions could have an explanation. But I was just thinking that when I was coming up with my joke, that there are these two, Old versus New Testament are very different.
Yeah.
And when I was thinking of my joke that came to my mind, I was just thinking you would sort of expect there to be more of a linear thing there, but.
Right. I agree. But I won't comment on what I think about that.
Yeah, me either. So how about those strip clubs?
Yes, indeed.
No one's going to get offended by that.
No, everybody likes strip clubs.
Everybody likes strip clubs, especially Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, ha, ooh.
Ooh, I meant Jesus, my friend Jesus.
Okay, of course.
Please, don't offend me. Now I'm offended. I'm offended that I almost offended someone else.
But it is very interesting to me what you were saying earlier that all religions are very factionalized and very there's you can say, oh, I'm Muslim or whatever, but there's all types of Islam, and the same is true for Judaism and Christianity, of course, and it's just and Buddhism too, and yeah, I mean, there's just it's not just you can say you're that and that's the end of it. There's more to it. There's
Yeah.
it's broken off into so many different sects. Like groups back then, like I like this Christianity thing, but it's just not quite right. We need this to be different, and it's I don't know. It's very interesting to me, that whole thing. That they don't quite agree on everything, and even to the point where Christians are protesting other Christians.
Yeah.
It's because it seems like they agree about more than they disagree about, but I don't know. That's not enough. Anyway, just a little.
And even within the same denomination, there was all the hubbub. This was a while ago, but I don't know if it's still going on or not. It probably is. There's been factionalizations within factionalizations. That's not a word. Fractionalizations. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. Factions
have been created.
I see.
People have factioned off. Is that a word? I don't know. Within, like, just for instance, the what's the name? I can't remember the name of the group. Great story, Grandpa.
Catholics.
No,
Protestant.
they're like Catholic. They're like Catholic, but they're not.
Oh,
Episcopals. Yeah, Episcopalians.
Okay.
There's a whole, in Dallas, there was this whole, the diocese sort of split. I think it may have been the Fort Worth and Dallas diocese split over, I think it was over whether or not to let women be ministers or priests or whatever. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think the Fourth Ward diocese said no, and the Dallas said yes, and they sort of split, or either it was between those two dioceses or it was within the Dallas diocese or whatever. But anyway, my point was that we can agree about like 99.9% of stuff, but there's this one issue that comes up, and that can just totally split people.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's been an issue. For a while, I guess. I'm surprised that's still such a big problem. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows women should not be at the pulpit.
Hell no, they're unclean. Hello.
That reminds me of another joke. I know it seems like I'm sitting around writing jokes all the time, but I had this one little comedy thing I was going to write about. It's supposed to be like an Oprah, maybe not really Oprah / Jerry Springer, but some sort of talk show, and the people they're talking about like racial stereotyping and like inequalities and stuff like that, and there's like this like Arab couple on the stage, and the wife is wearing like a veil over her face, like her face and body is covered. He's talking about, every time my wife goes somewhere, people look at her, they think she's strange, blah, blah, blah. And, it's the whole guise of the show is about, ethnic and racial equality and all that stuff. And then the host takes a question from the audience, and the guy's like, yeah, I think people should be able to cover their faces if they want. What's wrong with that? Blah, blah, blah. And he's just sort of taking up for her. And then the host is like, oh, wow, you're really passionate about this, sir. What do you do? He goes, oh, I rob banks. Like he basically says, like, that was I forgot my line. The big line he's supposed to say is something along the lines of, I don't think it should be weird when you see somebody with a mask on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the point, where, if someone wears a mask, that shouldn't alarm you. And it's like, what do you do? Oh, I rob banks.
Oh, he just wants it to be easier for him to...
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Nice. I try.
Wow. Yeah. Nice.
I've actually been thinking about, which I probably will never do, writing an actual stand-up routine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, a lot of good comedy writers, did stand-up, and I think to a certain point, it's it's at least good exercise and joke writing.
Yeah.
So I've been musing about that. I might get together a couple, like maybe 10 minutes or so of material or something, and then throw it away.
And then throw it away. Oh, this is shit.
This is shit. But that's the first thing I ever wanted to be when I was a kid. Well, the first thing I ever wanted to be was a bird, and
Wow.
I realized that wasn't going to happen because I was enamored with flying, and so I wanted when I was a little kid. I was like, I want to be a bird.
Mhm.
And my mother said, "You'll never be a bird. You don't have what it takes."
Oh, and then you tried to fly. You jumped off a building, and then you died. And
I died. Yeah. And she's like, "You lucky you have 9 lives because you're a cat." No, I don't know. Watch out, Comedy World. Here I come. No, but I think that was the first thing, and then after that, the first thing I wanted to be was a comedian because I like to make people laugh and I love jokes and stuff. And then I think I realized that comedians just aren't just like funny. They have to actually write jokes and write routines and stuff. And I was sort of taken aback by that. And then I wanted to be an Air Force pilot for a long time. So none of my dreams came true.
I wanted to be a pilot at one point too, but I didn't want to be in the military.
Just like a commercial pilot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to fly airplanes and not be shooting at people.
Yeah, to me that was always boring. Like, no offense to any commercial airline pilots, but to me that's like it's like a fancy bus driver. No offense to bus drivers. I'm offending our valued transportation people left and right. And we all know bus drivers just one step up from a cabbie. No.
It's like a subway train operator.
Yeah.
What a waste of your life.
Yeah, but at least they're better than the people who take your tickets at the booth.
Yeah, wow.
No, everyone's valuable. I love everybody.
Walmart greeter. Ugh.
Only if you're old. No. There goes all our listeners.
Nice.
I was always into the I wanted to actually fly like jets. It wasn't just the flying. It was like I wanted to go fast. I wanted to do cool shit. I didn't necessarily want to be in a dogfight, and like potentially die or kill somebody, but I wanted to, basically be like a test pilot, like in the cool new shit and like, because just like the, going from, Seattle to New York, like blah, 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 these days it's all automated. You just press a button and sit back and drink your martini.
Wait, maybe do you?
Well, that one captain I saw did that.
He did, didn't he?
I think I should have told somebody.
No, there was a captain who got in trouble for drinking while he was driving the plane. I remember that story. They fired him.
They fire everybody these days.
They do.
Speaking of firing people, you heard about Imus?
No.
No, you don't know anything.
Who?
About the news, not in general.
Thanks.
I felt the need to clarify.
Okay.
Quickly. Don Imus. Okay. He has he's like a radio DJ, and I might get some of these details wrong because I barely know what's going on.
Okay.
But he's like a radio DJ, and I believe his show is broadcast, on MSNBC, so you can like see him doing his show basically. Okay. And he was commentating on a NCAA women's basketball game, and I believe I forget which teams. I think it was Rutgers and some other university. And basically what he said was, and why don't I actually just pull up the article so I can be really specific, and because I want to quote this guy because otherwise it's a misquote.
And we never misquote here at Mr. Podcast.
We don't. Let's see.
In fact, if you read our Constitution, that would be Amendment number 137.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. We really fucked up the first time.
Yeah.
We had to fix it up.
Where is I hate the where is it? This should be really easy to find.
How hard can it be?
I know. Well, I'm trying to find the actual the actual first article, because now there's all these like follow-up articles about it.
I hate that, man. Like sometimes I hear about a story and I want to find out about it, and then I do like Google News, and all I get is these follow-up stories, and I can never figure out what actually happened because they all seem to assume that you know, and if you're me, you don't know. Really bothers me.
Oh, okay. It's actually a YouTube clip which you could go watch, but basically he called the Rutgers women's team he called them nappy-headed hoes.
Nappy-headed hoes.
Yeah, he basically said like the Rutgers team were sort of rough and whatever, and the other team, the other women's team, were sort of prettier and blah blah blah, and in a term that I thought was actually kind of interesting, he likened it to Spike Lee's School Days. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually said the Jigaboos versus the wannabes versus the Jigaboos.
Yeah.
I believe, and which actually what he said was he referenced that, and then he never said School Days, but he referenced the wannabes and Jigaboos, and that was Spike Lee movie. And I think either him or the person he was talking to said "Do the Right Thing," but which is of course wrong. But
yeah.
I actually liked the fact. I thought it was kind of interesting that he would take this, this sort of regular sporting event and liking it to a movie, and so that was kind of interesting. But anyway, he sort of insulted these girls, and it was a very uncalled for remark, and then he subsequently got fired for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised. That's what happens. But
yeah, I mean that's what happens.
People always
fire you for being a racist.
Yeah.
What's with that, man?
It just keeps happening.
I remember the days when this country started. You could be a racist, and then you could be president.
Yeah. I think it helped.
And nobody said boo about it.
Why would they? It was good.
Why would they?
It was a virtue.
Exactly. You own slaves, right? Be a president.
You better, yeah.
Jeez.
Don't even try to be president and not.
Yeah, no. These days, you own slaves, you're not getting the vote.
No. Yikes.
Yeah. I don't know what the world's coming to. I don't know.
I know it's crazy, but yeah, no. But I've heard like a number of stories like that recently. Someone gets on the radio or TV or whatever and just says something, and boom, they're fired.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Here's a little transcript. Okay, so Imus is talking to Rosenberg. He goes, so Imus says, so I watched the basketball game last night, a little bit of Rutgers and Tennessee, the women's final. Rosenberg says, yeah, Tennessee won last night, 7th championship for Tennessee coach, blah, blah, blah. And then Imus says, that's some rough girls from Rutgers, man. They got tattoos, and then this guy McGurk maybe, says some hardcore hoes, and then Imus says, that's some nappy-headed hoes there. I'm gonna tell you now, man, that's some woo. And the girls from Tennessee, they all look cute, and like kinda, I don't know. And then McGurk says a Spike Lee thing, and then Imus says yeah, and then McGurk says the Jigaboos versus the Wannabes, that movie that he had. So that's what transpired.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know what the women's team had, what response they actually said, or if they were specifically offended or not. But that of course doesn't matter. If they were offended, even though that's who he was directing it at.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I thought it was kind of interesting, that you can pretty these days. That's the thing with the media these days. You can say like one thing, literally, and you're gone. Your whole life is changed and ruined, and you know. And I think I was actually talking to some other people about this, and I think comedians specifically can get away with a lot. It's sort of the nature of what they do is sort of push the envelope and say things, and as long as it's under the guise of I'm a comedian, they're sort of safe.
Yeah.
Under that umbrella. But, this guy is not a comedian. Yeah, he's and he's not really even like a shock jock either. So he doesn't really have anything to protect him. And I think when you're in the public eye, like, it's fine if you want to say whatever you want to say, but you just realize it's going to have consequences.
Mhm.
It's like if you're going to say that, like, you should. I think in his position, he should be mindful of what he's saying.
Oh yeah, of course. You gotta be careful when you're when a lot of people are listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you gotta be aware, like, what I'm saying here is a little bit insensitive.
Yeah, at the very least, it's insensitive and like uncalled for. And
like, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but
yeah.
But that's a little rough. And of course, yeah, I mean, it's the company that pays them. It's their choice whether they want to allow him to do that or not. And then if they continue to hire him, then or continue to let him work there, then people can do whatever they want, protest or boycott or whatever.
Mhm.
That's pretty much how that works. But usually they just fire him.
Were you? Yeah, it's the easiest thing to do. Were you privy to the whole Isaiah Washington scandal at Grey's Anatomy?
I heard about it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I did. Secondhand, I heard about it.
Secondhand?
Yeah.
From one of Isaiah's people, they told you.
Yes.
They called you. Oh shit! I got to call Justin.
He's gonna want to know about this.
He's gonna want to know about this.
Yeah, well, we're pretty close. So it was a problem, and his people consulted me at least.
Nice. Well, what did you advise him to do?
Well, I told him. Well, I don't even remember exactly what the story was. Someone told me about it. That's what I meant by secondhand. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened was.
Can't keep up with society anymore.
Yeah. You went fairly long. I applaud your effort to your commitment to comedy.
Thank you.
Your commitment to excellence. Not Sparkle Motion, because we all know about that. Right. Basically what happened, and I'm sure everyone listening is yawning because it's an old story, but
yawn.
If you didn't want to yawn, you shouldn't have tuned in.
Zing.
That's our motto.
Cloudkiver 2004. 7.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I said that in 4, but I don't know. So basically what happened was, there was, I believe there was 2 incidents on set where Isaiah Washington said, the F word, faggot, and T.R. Knight, who plays George O'Malley on Grey's Anatomy, is actually gay in real life, not on the show. And so I think the first encounter was Isaiah Washington and the other guy, Mr. McDreamy or whatever his name is. I see his face. What's his name? Ooh, that guy. Anyway,
McDreamy.
Yeah, you should watch the show. They got and you'll understand why. No. Well, you will, but you won't necessarily agree. They got into a thing, and he basically said, like, I'm not your little faggot, like TR Knight or something like that, or some sort of thing like that. And so there were, it sort of stayed within the Grey's Anatomy family for a while, and then it sort of got leaked out that happened and all this shit on the set. And then at the Golden Globes, I believe, it was sort of like, nobody really commented about it too much. T.R. Knight, I don't think had ever really come out and said anything about it. And then I think it was the Golden Globes where Isaiah took the time to bring it back up, and he said the word again, and then like the hubbub like had more fire than it had before, because he was basically denying it, but he really shouldn't have brought it up, but he brought it up and tried to deny it. And then, like, T.R. Knight went on Ellen and basically said he's lying. I heard him say that, blah, blah, blah. And so people were calling for, ABC to fire Isaiah Washington over it. But instead, what happened, they sent him to, like, sensitivity counseling or something like that, like he had to go like there's a whole thing about that, this whole like ironic, like really ridiculousness that he was sent to like some sort of like, you know, rehabilitation almost. But I only brought that up because usually they just fire people, but this time they decided to have him check in at some sort of sensitivity thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a TV show. His character's probably important, and they didn't want to do that unless they really, really had to. You know, I can see why they wouldn't want to fire him.
Yeah, I mean, his character's up for head chief, so they don't want to fire him.
Yeah, it would just be really crazy on the show, you know, just all of a sudden, boom, he's gone.
Yeah.
But you never, I mean, at least I never believe that stuff has any impact. Like, I assume he's just going to believe what he believes, you know, regardless of how much shit they throw at him.
Oh, you mean like the sensitivity stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have no confidence that's really going to change his attitude.
Yeah, you know, I think it depends. I sort of agree. I think it just depends on, you know, where the basis for his attitude comes from. You know, I think if it's sort of like, I mean, I was going to say, you know, maybe it's like a religious thing. He doesn't agree with, you know, homosexuality, but that's still no excuse for being insensitive, and like, you know, that doesn't really excuse that. And I think the point of those is not to sort of make him, you know, like agree with homosexuality or anything like that, but just to teach him to not say stuff like that in public. I think would be the biggest goal, really.
Yeah.
Because you're not really going to change his fundamental ideology on certain issues. But the point is to, I think, just to, you know, when they do those sensitivity training things, it's like, I think it's all about teaching them having perspective and knowing what to say and do in certain situations.
Yeah. Would you like to have a related but completely unsubstantiated rumor?
I would like nothing more.
I mean, only sort of vaguely related. It's a similar situation, I guess.
What did you say to who?
Or sort of similar situation. Anyway, I heard this, and I don't know if this is true or not, so, you know, beware.
I'll tell you if it's true or not.
This is with all chances. With all chances. That's not an expression.
It could be. You should sell it, man. I like it. With all chances.
Okay, maybe I'll try to make that work. Anyway, there's a good chance this isn't true. But anyway, what I heard was that a long time ago, you remember Will Smith played a gay character in 6 Degrees of Separation.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
And not one of mine, but it's good. And it's really a play, you know. But
yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, different kind of thing. But what I heard was that Denzel Washington advised him not to do it because he thought he said something. What I heard he said was something like, "You need to set an example for young black men or something, and so you don't need to be playing a gay character." Something along those lines.
Yeah, I heard something like that too. That
you did?
I heard something about that. He advised him not to do it.
Yeah. So okay, good. Maybe it is true, or maybe at least people think it's true. But
which is what really matters.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I'd never heard that before. Obviously, he did do the part, but I don't know. I just it's weird to hear, you know, the prejudices of famous people.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think they should have any opinions. They should just go in and do their jobs. Don't think for yourself.
Yeah.
It'd just be better. But of course, they're real people, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And they do say things, and you know, and I think, you know, what I try to do, which I don't think people, and I think it's hard to do. But what I try to do is separate their work from who they are. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, there's definitely times when you hear somebody did or said something, and it just makes you not want to like them or see them as something. Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, what's his name? Michael Richards. Yeah, like, I'm never going to see him the same way, but
every clip I've seen of Kramer since then, that's all I can think. I just feel like there's this like extreme hatred brewing behind his every word.
Exactly. Oh man. But yeah, like in the case of Denzel Washington, like he's not, I think he's a good actor, if he's in something and the movie looks interesting, I'll watch it. He's not one of my favorite people of all time, but But, even if something like that is true, it's like, well, that's fine. I don't have to like you. I can just like your work.
Yeah. I agree. I feel the same way because I definitely like, I like, certain actors who have, political views I disagree with and, obviously religious views I disagree with and, all sorts of, Tom Cruise, anybody, like, guy's crazy.
Yeah, well, like, that's the thing with Tom Cruise, though. Like, he's gotten sort of increasingly crazy. And, I'll appreciate his early work, like the good stuff. I don't think he's done anything that good in a long time anyway.
Well, I guess not.
He was, No Sky was okay. That's probably the last movie I saw him that I liked.
It was a remake.
Yeah, nevertheless. Yeah, it was a remake. He's not, he's not one of my favorite people anyway, but
I like him in movies even though I think he's, out of his mind. And I think he always has been, but he's just gotten a little more vocal lately.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's probably been whatever for a while. To me it seems like it's largely a product of his celebrity status. Like it's just sort of warped his brain.
Yeah.
Because the more famous he gets, it seems like the more crazy he gets.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. I think that definitely has an impact on people. They take it differently, and I think he was predisposed a little bit already. So
yeah,
he lost it. But
Thomas Mopather, Ethan's cousin.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, wow. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling Ethan is not nearly as crazy as his brother is.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why he can play crazy so well. It runs in the family.
Oh, good point. Interesting. Yeah, I could see that.
Scarily intense, Ethan.
Mhm.
What's Ethan's last name?
Rom,
that's right.
Yeah. It's a weird last name.
Rom.
For a while there, I thought that wasn't real, but that's Lost Lowdown.
Yeah, let's not talk about that, please.
What am I saying?
Please.
Not allowed to talk about that. But anyway, I guess I always find it interesting and kind of disturbing. Like sometimes I'm disappointed in some ways. Like if I really like somebody or whatever, and I find out, something, it's like, oh man, I don't want to hate you for that. But
yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to separate it because there's times it's like, oh man, I thought you were cool.
Yeah.
And now you're a bitch.
Yeah, and like I still can. I can kind of get over it if they do really good stuff. You can just kind of separate it and say, well, this is good, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just disappointing sometimes, and it's just weird to hear because you don't think like I don't know. I guess I wouldn't have pictured Denzel Washington being sort of like that, but so it just kind of surprised me. I'm not the biggest fan, but I liked a lot of movies.
Yeah, I could see him saying like, I don't think you should play this gay character. Maybe in terms of like he think it, he's gonna be typecast or it's gonna. Obviously not really, but because he was the Fresh Prince, but but like in some sort of in the interest of his career, I could kind of see him advising him, but in the idea that he's advise him against it, like because he is against gay people or something. That's obviously not fun.
Yeah. You just don't want to know about that. He always just plays these characters, and you just he was in Philadelphia, of course, defending Tom Hanks, who was the gay character in the movie, and it just makes him seem whatever. But
he defended him against his own personal convictions, which makes him the best lawyer of all time.
Indeed. Wow. But yeah, I liked a bunch of movies. Glory was good, and I don't know. Malcolm X was pretty good.
Hey, Devil in a Blue Dress, if you haven't seen it.
Devil in a Blue Dress.
recommend it.
I did see that when it came out. And Fallen, that was kind of good. A little
Fallen,
bit
yeah.
transient, but I kind of liked it. But yeah, he's pretty good. But yeah, anyway, it's just weird to hear about that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think Will Smith's really done anything like that since 6 Degrees of Separation. It seems like he's
I think what was great. And I love that movie. I haven't seen any version of the play, but I really like the movie, and I think. I don't think a lot of people actually saw the movie.
I don't either.
So I don't think it had a very large impact on his career. I think, for critics and for like real fans or something, it helped him show his range and gave him something interesting on his resume. But
yeah.
Besides the Fresh Prince stuff, but
it was a like independent, like only it only showed in those like whatever they call them, art house kind of theaters.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't show in like the main theaters, and I think I agree. I don't think very many people saw it. And it was really the big budget action extravaganzas that he
Men in Black.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Bad Boy.
I mean, that's like saying, you shouldn't play a serial killer. You shouldn't play someone in jail. You shouldn't play, anything, any sort of character who has dubious morals or something. It's like, because kids are going to watch you and want to be that drug dealer or something, or whatever. And that's just ridiculous, especially coming from an actor saying that. Because one of the big things, as most actors will tell you, like they if you judge your characters, that's a big faux pas. You can't act. Most actors will tell you, or a lot of actors will tell you, they can't accurately portray that character if they think of that character as a bad person. If they think, oh, this character's, I'm a serial killer, therefore I'm bad. Like, if you think that, you can't, because the serial killer doesn't think he's bad. Of course, that character can have, conflicting, his own emotions. Oh, I'm bad, I'm whatever. But, at his core, he can't control it or whatever. But, the person who's dealing drugs isn't like, oh, I'm a bad person, I'm a drug dealer. And so if that character doesn't think that, the actor shouldn't think that. So it's kind of really interesting to come from that place as an actor to judge characters.
Yeah, it is strange, and it reminds me. In every interview I've ever heard of the actors who play the others, Mopather and of course Michael Emerson
and the illustrious Elizabeth Mitchell.
Of course. Yes, the lovely and talented.
Glowing.
As whatever David Letterman might say. They all it seemed to me like they were brainwashed, but they all have this line about how like it's all about perspective. Like they're maybe they really are the good guys. Like you don't know where they're coming from, and I think once you find out more about them, blah, blah, blah. And they were all saying this, and I'm like, man, they've really talked you into liking these characters, but maybe they're just like, I don't know, maybe that's just like a good acting thing to do. It's sort of like.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about Lost, but I do want to say, from one of the things we found out about what happened, it does make the other seem less evil. Still not exactly ethical, but less evil.
Yeah.
And and I think I remember hearing Elizabeth Mitchell talk about her character Juliet, and there's so much going on with those characters besides just what they're sort of doing. The actors are investing a lot in their in their emotional backstory, who they are, who they were, and a lot of times actors to get a accurate depiction of a character will come up with their own backstory, and I think most of the time they'll try to figure out, okay, if I'm playing Benjamin Linus, why am I this seemingly evil guy? Why am I doing these things? And they come up with reasons why it could be valid, and that he doesn't have to be an evil guy to be doing those things.
Yeah.
And Ben doesn't think he's bad, and I do think one of my motto for years is it's all about perspective. So.
But I didn't want to buy that, and I was like, are you guys watching the show? Like, these guys are clearly, like, there's something wrong here, and they're just all like saying like, no, the others aren't bad really, and it just seemed like some kind of weird conspiracy thing, but it just reminded me, what you said, like you shouldn't like judge your character or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're really not doing that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of actors talk about, especially when they have to play these seemingly, amoral characters, that they can't go into it thinking that the character is a bad person,
Yeah.
They just can't do that.
Yeah. Wow. I'll never be a good actor.
Well, I think you knew that long before this conversation.
No, I've only just figured it out.
Wow. Despite the fact that I've told you that verbatim many times.
But I didn't believe you until now.
Wow.
Now I know it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad.
Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
Me too.
Oh, you did get into Juilliard.
One wonders how I managed that.
Wait, isn't Juilliard just for music?
Oh, no, it's not. I actually was recently reading.
You read these random things. You have no idea what's going on in regular current events, but you're always on Juilliard.edu.
I do. I don't know. I guess I do read a lot of random things. Right now, I'm in the process of watching for the first time Star Trek: The Next Generation, and if you've ever seen the show, one of the obviously you, but the audience, one of the recurring characters, Q, played by John Delancey. I was looking at his biographical information, and I found out that he went to Juilliard for acting.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, anyway, that's how I know. They're not just...
Yeah, no, I think I knew that. Juilliard's all kinds of shit.
They are famous for music, but
yeah.
But they got more.
They got more. That's their motto. Famous for music, but we got more. Juilliard. Explore us today.
And he also did like Shakespeare, the whatever Shakespeare group, whatever they call it.
Of course.
Yeah, I know, and it all made
any
sense.
actor worth their chops has done Shakespeare.
I know, and it made his delivery make more sense. Like that's you can build a sort of delivery like that if you do Shakespeare.
Very grandiose.
Yeah, exactly. Because nothing like small things don't seem to happen in Shakespeare. It's all very big things.
Yeah.
Big scenes and grand speeches and gestures, and you're playing to the audience. So
yeah.
It's all very dramatic. And I guess that's good.
Well, when are we going to get to the interesting topics?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's maybe hour 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Set that one aside for the interesting topic.
Well, it's already been how long? Like 2.5 hours?
Has it really?
It's been a while.
I haven't been paying attention.
Story of your life.
Oh, it's only been 2.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the other ones were shorter than this. They haven't been too boring.
They can fast forward.
Yeah, they can. They asked for it.
They did ask for it. I'm looking at you, somebody who asked for it.
This is what you get. I think Vicky H asked for it.
Oh, is it Vicky H?
Other people
Vicky
too,
H did
but
ask for
I
it.
remember she asked for it specifically.
The illustrious Vicky H.
Of course, she listened to Mr. Podcast back when it came out.
Yep.
But oh man. So let's see. Anything else? What should we do? I don't know what to do.
Well, we could reprise our comedy routines.
Reprise?
From our last podcast, our little what did we do last time? We did the Seinfeld script. Oh man, I'm sure that went over well.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, and then we tried to do that improv thing.
Yeah, the improv thing was first. Oh, and we also tried to do a scene from Lost. That was really bad.
Did we? What did we? Yeah, I think we did.
We tried to do that scene in Maternity Leave with Claire and Ethan.
Oh, that was horrible.
It was so bad. It's like, man, this dialogue is nothing, but they made something out of it. Like,
let's do that again. Even though it was horrible the first time. I want to try out my Mikhail voice. Let's do a Mikhail scene.
Oh God. Oh God. This is scary.
Yeah, it's nice.
There aren't that many Mikhail scenes.
Let's
Or
do the
Mikhail.
Mikhail Saeed scene. The
Okay.
Mikhail, what did I say? Mikhail Saeed scene. Mikhail.
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 Oh,
Like a hiney ho.
like a hiney ho. That's right.
You know where that's from?
No.
Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, of course.
You know that I forgot the first. It's something ha, make a honey ho. I think that's from Pee Wee Herman.
Somebody will know. I have no idea. I never watched it. I thought it was creepy.
It was really creepy. I was watching to see when they were going to be like, just kidding. Like, we know we're being strange.
Yeah.
What episode was that?
What episode?
Enter 77.
Yeah.
Enter
I
77.
I clicked the wrong episode.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Thought you knew.
I was like, I don't remember Juliet in that episode. Okay. Anyway.
It's been some time in Afghanistan. No, I need to go hear his voice.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was bad. My name is Mikhail.
Mikhail. A few more syllables in there.
Yeah, just a few more. It won't hurt.
Mikhail.
Mikhail. Ale. Mikhail. It's a long name, buddy. He's Russian.
He is.
All right. What episode number was that?
11.
11. Enter 1177 and go to heaven. Yeah, I said it.
Wow. You did say it, didn't you?
I did. You heard me.
Wow.
All right,
I did.
boys.
I did.
Yeah, like if I love split.
Oh god, this is a ping pong episode.
Oh.
NET is squirting.
NET
I noticed
That tea looks like urine.
big wires as I walk around the station. This is the hub, but they go underground to various stations all over the island.
Various
Are these
pieces all over
cables,
the
do
ice.
any of them run into the ocean? Yes, there is an underwater beacon that emits sonar pings.
There is an underwater beacon that emits sonar pings. That's fairly good. Alright, are you going to do Saeed?
Yeah.
This is going to be awful.
This is going to be bad. I can tell.
Okay, where are we going to start?
I don't know. Tell me. Where do you want to start?
At the beginning. No. Let's go down. I don't want a lot to say.
Yeah, you got a almost monologue right there.
Yeah, there's a lot. I grew up in Kiev. That's a long thing. I grew up in Kiev. I grew up in. Oh God, I gotta hear him say it.
Guided.
Where's that scene? Oh,
After
oh,
after Nadia Comaneci,
Nadia
the
Comaneci.
greatest athlete the world has ever known. We have the same birthday.
Birthday. We have the same birthday. He's pretty good. Pretty good at that Russian thing.
Mhm.
Let's do something else.
Okay. Wow.
I'm remembering why this failed last time.
Mhm. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Let's do some Lost Improv. That'll be even worse.
Oh God, that will be even worse.
All right, go.
Okay. Shit, let's go home. I don't know.
Who are you supposed to? Was that Sawyer?
I don't know. I don't know who that was. That was the group in general.
The group in general.
Yeah.
How about you be Locke, and I'll be Saeed, and this will be that conversation Saeed claimed he was going to have later after Locke pushed Mikhail into the into the sonic fence.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Sure.
I don't have a great Saeed voice.
I don't have a great Locke voice. My Saeed voice is British.
Locke, why did you...
Oh, God.
I'm a torturer. Locke, why did you push? Oh, God, I can't do it. Push? Push.
Why did you push?
Yeah, that's Mikhail's word. Push. Locke, why did you push? I can't do it. Let's just not do the accents.
Okay.
So, hey, Locke, what's up with pushing?
So casual.
Yeah, right?
Hey, Locke, what's the happy haps?
What's up the happy haps? So, Locke, why... No, okay, here we go. I'll try to do it like Saeed would do it.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And action. So tell me, John, why did you push Mikhail into the fence?
I wanted to see what it would do.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Okay. No, I got something. Okay. But why would you risk our most valuable source of information?
He wasn't going to tell us anything anyway. You know that.
But what if I didn't know that?
But what if you did?
He's more valuable to us alive than dead.
I disagree.
Why?
What if I don't?
And what if you do?
No, you know, he let Miss Clue die. I don't know why I know her name, but he let her die, and
why do you know her name?
I don't know, but he let Miss Clue die, and so he obviously didn't mind dying, and so you couldn't have got information out of him anyway, bitch.
But I am a torturer.
Okay, but he was willing to die. He wouldn't have talked. Come on.
John, there are levels of torture even he would succumb to.
But I thought you were never going to torture again.
In this circumstance, I might have considered it. Maybe.
Wow, Saeed, wow.
Shocked, Locke passing judgment. Wow, Saeed, wow. Your moral convictions are as flappable as your hair. What does that mean?
I don't know. His hair is flappable.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you can flap it.
Yeah. Flopping around. All right, let's do what other scene should we do? Let's do that scene didn't go anywhere.
No. It's partially my fault. All I could think of to say is what he said.
Remember you gotta do the yes and. That's the key to improv.
Oh.
Yes,
you can't do a no?
Well, like no, no.
Okay.
How about what other scene would be interesting? How about I don't know, your turn. Think of something. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Mr. Show. Oh, perfect reference for Mr. Podcast. How about
I can't think of a scene.
How about Sawyer and
oh boy. You be Sawyer.
Yeah, I'll be Sawyer, you be Son. No. You be you be Jen.
Oh God!
And Jen has just found out that Sawyer was the one responsible for the Sun kidnapping.
And he can speak English.
Well, of course he can speak English these days. But no, you have to speak like Jen now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, speak English like Jen.
Oh God, this is gonna be bad.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Oh no.
And action.
You.
So what? Oh, you're gonna start?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you start.
Okay.
I'm walking up and I'm looking menacing.
Okay. So what's up, frown boy?
Brown boy. I didn't say that. That's not Jen. That's the commentator, and he keeps talking. Shut up. Okay. You. God, I don't know. Son. Kidnap others. No. Now. Die. You.
I don't know what you're trying to get at, partner. He's a cowboy, apparently.
You best rustle up your doggies and
Yeah, now
get
look
the
at
hell
here,
out.
young buck.
I don't know what to do. This is rough.
I don't know what he's supposed to say to that.
And I can't even talk. I don't.
You can't even talk.
This is bad.
I think Sawyer just walks away, and then so does Jen. The end.
Okay. Yeah, I can't say anything, and it's it's bad enough when I can.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll teach us a lesson about trying to do any sort of improv.
I guess
give
so.
that up.
I guess so.
It always sounds like a good idea, and then we realize it's a bad idea, and then we do it anyway.
Yeah. Can we give it one more try?
Okay, what do you want to do?
Okay. I want to do, let me think. I know there's something good here. I want to do,
My name is Benjamin Linus.
Here's what I want to do.
All right.
Right after Locke blows up the submarine.
Yeah.
Okay, the submarine just blew up, right? And Jack's there.
Okay.
And I want the conversation between Locke and Jack.
Okay. Who's going to be whom?
I want to be, oh God, I don't want to be either. I want to be Jack. No,
Okay.
Locke.
Okay.
What I meant to say was Locke.
All right. You going to go first?
No, I want to
guess
be
I have
Jack.
to go first.
I want to be Jack.
You want to be Jack?
Who am I?
I just got into character.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right. My eyebrows
I
were
just
really
realized
high.
I don't know how to explain myself.
Great. Yeah, I have the harder job now. Okay. I think I can do something. Let me think. Locke. Okay, so you got to go first because you're Jack and the thing
Right.
just exploded.
Right.
Okay. And go.
What the hell was that, John?
That was me saving us, Jack.
You just ruined my chance to go home. You just didn't save us. You just opposite of saved us.
Jack. What are you talking about? Wait. You just opposite saved us.
I couldn't think of the word.
He wasn't really going to let you go home.
Yes, he was. Did you see me walking to the submarine?
That wasn't a submarine.
What? We just saw it blow up.
What if you didn't?
I can't get anything out of you.
I'm a steel trap.
All right. Obviously, this is.
I felt like Locke could have explained himself a little bit, but not really. I thought I was going to go somewhere with that, but then I realized, like, because I was going to say, like, when you said, you ruined my chance to get home, and I was, I felt like Locke would say, this is our home now, or something like that. But it's like it's not really their home. I know he feels like it's home, so it didn't really fit.
Yeah. And I would have said maybe it's yours, but it's not my home, and blah 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 blah. Oh man. All right. Well, three times you're dead.
3 times you're dead. That's a good scene, though. Those scenes were pretty good. I would like to see those scenes, but I think they don't write them because it'd be ridiculous.
Yeah. I think Jen might find out at some point, but I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Son shouldn't be keeping more secrets. You
But
should have
you
learned your
will.
lesson by now. Why are we podcasting about
Oh,
Lost?
I'm sorry. What? What did I
We
say?
We just slipped into a Lost podcast.
How did that happen?
Yeah, it happened. Too easy.
It's hard to keep things separate. Wow. Yeah, we did.
Got to keep them separated.
Oh.
Do 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 do. Good song.
Good song.
Well, I think the podcast might be over, man.
Okay. We tried.
Yeah. We tried. We failed.
You sure you don't
We'll
want to
be
go
back.
read some other classic sitcom scripts? Bring that bit out again?
Classic sitcom scripts, huh?
I don't know. We did it last time.
Can we find something interesting?
But Jerry, it was Susan.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The whole thing.
The
Yeah. It's always but Jerry.
It is. Every conversation starts out with, but Jerry. All right, how about, what's a good show to do?
There's so many.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So many, well, okay.
I
don't-
can't.
What?
I'm on the script site. I'm in the A's and the B's. I can't figure out how to get to the other section. Is it all you got or something?
A's and B's.
A's and B's only.
That's it.
Take it or leave it. We gotta do a comedy show.
Of course. What we just did is what drama would be like.
Yeah. How about we have Torchwood scripts. Nice. How about
What's Torchwood?
Torchwood is the really interesting spin-off of Doctor Who that can be found on BBC.
Oh, okay. I read about it in the comments.
Yeah.
I knew I heard about that recently, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, okay. BBC.
Yeah, I really like it. It's what's interesting about British television is that the sort of like the taboo stuff that they don't do in America TV they do in British television. It's not even a big deal.
Mhm.
They don't even give a shit.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. I like that. I like that. Oh dear. I think the other host is gone. So don't call me, Claude. Call the other thing. Okay, so sorry that wasn't him on the other line. Okay, so damn, this is bad. This is the Justin show here. Oh, here, Claude's giving me a topic via text. Tomatoes are neither fruits nor vegetables. Discuss. What do you say? What do you think? That's not normally how the thing goes, but yeah. Anyway, I could do voices. I got lots of voices. Let's see. What can I talk about? I don't know. There's so many things. So many things I can't think of one. I really want to see this movie Grindhouse. I'm a big Quentin Tarantino fan, so yeah, gotta go see that. It's coming out. It is out. It's out now. Gotta go see it. You should too, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's no good, but I haven't seen it. But I want to. Oh boy, this is bad. Claude says, isn't it ironic that pigs like bacon? And I tend to agree. That is very ironic. It's very ironic. Not too many things are really ironic, but that's ironic. So
I'm back.
Yay! Oh God. You just missed the worst 3 minutes of podcasting ever.
I can't wait to hear that. Sorry, guys, my phone has this nasty habit of dying when it's out of battery and not warning me that it's getting low.
Oh dear, that's yeah. Not to mention, I actually got a call from like a real estate company in the middle of it, and I thought it was you on the other line calling me instead of calling TalkShoe, and so I clicked over, and so there was dead silence for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were calling for Marty, and I'm not Marty. So
Marty died. Did you tell him that?
I should have.
God, that'd be awesome.
Marty's dead.
Marty died because you couldn't find a house in time. Thank you. You're a little late.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Wow. I did discuss all your topics amongst myself.
Nice.
It wasn't a very good discussion because I pretty much just raised the issue and said, yeah, that's a good issue, and then moved on. But,
I think that'd be really funny. I just love that idea of a telemarketer calls and you just basically say like, they call and say, would you be interested in switching your long distance service? Yes, I would have if you called me 2 days ago before my wife committed suicide because we couldn't find a viable plan for our long distance. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And you just like hang up.
Wow.
Yeah. Why didn't you call me sooner?
Oh.
I'd like to use one of those one day.
Yeah, that's good.
You should have called me last week. I already switched over to AT&T. Damn it! And I like your company's logo a lot better. Wow. So anyway,
So yeah, I apologize to anyone who sat through that. I really can't pull it off on my own. I need someone to respond to what I'm saying because I just ramble on and no one stops me.
Yeah.
And that's not good. It's not good for me or you or the public.
You want to read some Star Trek?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it.
It's not comedy, but it's something.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, it's funny. Okay. Where do I go? Send me something. What do I do?
What do I do? Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I reading? Hold on. Let me find it, and then I can. Oh, God, that's awful. Do talk show.
Recorded live.
That's pretty good. My corner, it's got to be a little more nasal, though. Recorded live. Did you just hold your nose?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Now you get nasal, eh?
Yeah, not British.
That was Canadian.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Fine line.
There is.
Not really.
No, not really. They are loyal to the Queen, though.
They're loyal to the Queen. Touche. I just sent you, check your email, I sent you a link to the place that we're going to get our thing, and we're going to do this.
Okay, good.
Let's do,
fucking shit, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. How about, what's Q-Hugh? Q-Hugh.
Q-Hugh.
Q-Hugh. Hugh is Q.
Q-Who is that's the Borg episode, I think.
Yes, perfect. The Borg.
The Borg.
Let's get down to scene. I don't even remember a Sonia.
You don't remember Sonia?
I don't.
Wow, I don't either. I don't remember this scene.
I don't remember Sonya. It's been a while since I've seen this, but
Oh, I remember this. Every now and then they bring like basically a Nikki and Paula type character forward all of a sudden out of nowhere, like someone you've never seen before, and act like they've always been there and give them a personality. I think she was one of those characters. She just came out of nowhere in this episode.
all right, let's do.
She was just neurotic and nervous, and it was the whole thing. Oh, and she spilled her stuff on Picard's uniform. Oh, and it was so embarrassing.
Yeah, that whole thing. What a cliche.
God, what a cliche. Indeed.
Let's do scene 31.
Alrighty. Let's see. 31. There it is.
And we'll just I guess we'll just alternate.
Okay.
It's
gonna be strange.
It's gonna be strange.
Cause then...
Alternate, but you know, when your character comes back, you do that character.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So whoever does the character first does them when they come back.
Okay. Oh no.
All right, you ready?
I got like a fucking monologue. Okay. It's not a monologue. It's 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Okay. So interior main bridge. Everyone's watching the view screen.
Oh, okay.
Card. Data. What can you tell us?
The ship is strangely generalized in design. There is no specific bridge or central control area. No specific engineering section. I can identify no living quarters.
He doesn't call him Data, does he?
No.
I was trying to make it British.
Oh.
Yeah, he calls him Data. Data. Okay. Riker. Life signs.
There's no indication of specific life.
Lieutenant Worf. What is its alert status? I'm being Picard.
Okay.
Supposed to be Riker. Lieutenant Worf. What is its alert status?
I detect no shields, no weapons of any known design.
Picard. Hailing frequencies.
Open.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise.
No response.
Guinan.
And scene.
And scene. All right, that was a short scene. I didn't realize it was that short.
That was a short scene. Wow. Guinan. Why did he say that? I guess it made sense in the show. I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay, how about let's go back to scene 21.
Okay. Sorry for the continuity.
Yeah, I'm sure it's ruining it for them. Record it on.
21A?
21.
21A?
Before 21A is 21.
Gotcha. This is a short scene, too.
Well, no, keep going. Well, all of 21. Like, it'll keep going.
Oh, okay.
Down to 22.
Okay.
Pretty long.
Okay. You going to be Q?
Yeah, I'll be Q.
Okay.
So, interior 10-4, Picard and Q are seated by one of the front rows. Blah, blah, blah. Guinan comes over. Blah, blah, blah. So, Q. You.
None other.
Picard. I don't know how he speaks. Picard, if you had half the sense you pretend to have, you wouldn't get on for ship. Maybe you should be Q.
Me?
Yeah, you be Q.
All right.
I want to do my Picard voice.
Oh, okay. You,
right,
or should I start there?
Yeah, start there.
Okay. Picard, if you had half the sense you pretend to have, you would get her off your ship immediately, and if you like, I will be more than pleased to expedite her departure.
You know him?
We had some dealings. Those dealings were 2 centuries ago. This creature is not what she appears to be. She's an imp. Where she goes, trouble always follows.
You're speaking of yourself, Q, not Guinan.
Guinan, is that your name now?
Guinan's not the issue here. You are. We had an agreement that you would stop meddling with us.
And so I have.
What do you want, Q? State your business and let's get on with it.
I agree, Captain. Enough about this creature. She's diverting us from the purpose of my being here.
Which is?
I'm looking up.
And Riker and Worf stride across 10-4 to join them.
Ah, the redoubtable, wow, nice word. The redoubtable Commander Riker and Microbrain. Growl for me to let me know you still care.
Worf reacts.
My purpose? Why, to join you.
To join us what?
A member of the crew, willing and able, ready to serve. The ship is already home for the indigent, the unwanted, and the unworthy, so why not a homeless entity?
Homeless?
Yes.
So the other members of the Q Continuum kicked you out?
Not all of the Q are like this one. Some are almost respectable.
Join us as what? To do what? Would you start as an ordinary crewman? What task is too menial for an entity?
Do you mock me, sir?
Not at all. You apparently mock me. With your faux British voice. This is the last thing I would do. That is the last thing I would do. You, by definition, are part of our charter. That's
part of
real
a charter.
Charter. Our mission is to go forth to seek out new life and new civilization. Okay, I'm doing the intro. To seek out new and different life forms, and you certainly qualify as the most unique life form I have ever encountered. To learn more about you, it's frankly quite provocative, but you are next of kin to chaos.
Captain, at least allow me to present my argument.
Why are you so British now?
I did get really British. It's easier for me to be like condescending in a British accent.
As any British person would tell you.
Yeah. I don't know, I find it more natural.
Mm-hmm.
After our last encounter, I was asked to leave the Q Continuum. Since then, I have been wondering vaguely, bored really, my existence without purpose. Then, I remembered the good times I had with you.
The good times? The first time we met you, you put us on trial for the crimes of humanity.
Of which you were exonerated.
The next time we saw you, you asked me to join the Q Continuum.
You made a large mistake in not accepting my offer.
And now you say you want to join us?
Yes. More and more I realize here is where I want to be. Think of the advantages. Now, I neither expect nor require any special treatment. If necessary, although I can't imagine why, I will renounce my powers and become as weak and incompetent as all of you.
No.
Oh, come on, Captain, in fairness. Let me try. I deserve at least that much.
Fairness? You disrupt this ship? Kidnap the captain?
I had a little excitement, a little spice to your lives, and all you do is complain. Where's your adventurous spirit, your imagination? Think, Picard, of the possibilities.
Simply stated, we don't trust you.
Oh, you may not trust me, but you do need me. You're not prepared for what awaits you.
I don't know what we are prepared. I don't know. I don't know that we are. Oh, I'm like, what?
I don't know what we are prepared.
I don't know what we are. I don't know that we are prepared, but I do know that we are ready to confront it.
Really?
Didn't that mean prepared? He's like, I know we're not prepared, but I don't know if we are prepared, but we are prepared. That's what he just said.
He did.
Wow. Absolutely. That's why we are out here.
Oh, the arrogance. They don't have a clue about what's out here. They will learn, adapt. That's their great advantage. They are moving faster than expected, farther than they should.
By whose calculations?
God. You judge yourselves against the pitiful adversaries you have so far encountered. The Klingons, the Romulans, are nothing compared to what's waiting. Picard, you are about to move into areas of the galaxy containing wonders more incredible than you can possibly imagine, and terrors to freeze your soul. I offer myself as guide, only to be rejected out of hand.
I guess we'll have to get along the best we can without you.
What justifies this smugness?
Well, not smug, nor arrogant. Really laying it on. We are resolute and we are willing, but more than that, we are determined. Your help is not required.
Well, let's just see how ready you are.
Q,
don't do this. Sorry. My Guardian voice sucks.
He makes a move of his head. What does that mean?
Hand.
Oh, his hand. He shakes his head and disappears. All right, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was weird. I'm sorry for making you guys listen to that. That was odd.
It was a little weird.
Yeah, see, Patrick Stewart's British isn't that intense.
No.
No,
It is kind of subtle. I think he dialed it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's a certain kind of British that's a little tricky to do, I think.
Bridge, this is the captain.
Yes.
Bridge, the captain.
The captain.
Bridge, this is the captain. Yeah, I don't know.
But Q isn't British at all, so you know.
No, he's not. But he is arrogant and condescending, which makes him an honorary British.
Exactly. Exactly. God, I had so much dialogue.
You did have a lot. It's amazing.
Like, man.
I was surprised they wrote a lot for him to do, but he's good. People want to watch him.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow.
But all right, I think that's the end of Mr. Podcast Volume 3.
Okay.
We'll end on that great note.
Yeah. What a note of greatness.
Hopefully this wasn't too horrible for you guys. And for those who are listening who care, we will be doing, obviously, the Lost Lowdown soon, so stay tuned. And we never came up with a closer, right, for
no.
Mr. Podcast, because we said it shouldn't need one.
Yeah. And it just, I mean, I don't know. There isn't anything that seems to make sense besides, bye.
Yeah.
It's such a, random nothing podcast.
Oh, I got an idea.
Okay.
Let's end on this. All right, it's done.
Oh, God. Wow. That's going to be a surprise.
Uh-oh. It said recording failed to stop.
It's still being recorded.
Yeah, how about this?
Can you not stop it?
Hold on. Oh, God. It wants me to dial into the podcast and try again.
What?
Oh, maybe I should terminate the call, too.
Oh. I don't know. That didn't happen before.
Yeah, I know. It says recording failed to stop. This typically happens when you are no longer on the TalkCast. I don't know what that means. I am on the TalkCast. It says the recording will stop after everybody hangs up, but I can just terminate the call, I guess.
Yeah.
And hope for the best. Hopefully we didn't lose this.
We didn't. It'll be there.
All right. I'm going to terminate it.
Okay.